Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are here with another interesting story. It's about Melric and the Petnapping. So Melric is probably the magician that you can see on the front cover, and there's a king who looks a little scared, and he has an unusual pet, that's a troon. And I think the king loses his pet. That's why it's called Petnapping. And this story is written by David McKee. So this is the back cover of the story, and there's a little note over there. It says the king's beloved pet troon has vanished along with all the other unusual pets in the palace. So the king commands Melric to find the pets, and fast. So I'm not going to read the other things, because for that you have to read the story and see what happens in the story. See, in the beginning there are so many unusual pets. As you can see, they're very unusual. We don't keep these pets at home for sure, but in this story they have a troon, and this story is written by David McKee. So let's start. Melric the magician had been on a holiday with his cousin Gus and was looking for a present to take back to the king. Gus was a wizard. He lived on an island and had unusual pets. "Give him a pet," said Gus. "I have just the thing, a troon." "Perfect," said Melric. See, so this is the island where Gus lives, and he has very unusual pets. And he asked Melric to take the troon as a gift for the king. The king loved Melric's present. There were some unusual pets around, but most people kept cats or dogs. Nobody else had a troon. The troon was happy too and went everywhere with the king. Now see, the troon and the king look very happy, and so does the Melric. They are very unusual pets here. Some people have crocodiles, and there are dogs, cats, and what else you can see? Turtles. Soon afterwards, some of the pets could not be found. "Dear, dear," said the king when he heard about it. The next day, more pets had disappeared. "Tut, tut, tut," said the king. "I must think about this." So, the people are sad. Their pets are missing. The third day, yet more pets were missing. "A pet thief," cried the king. "Guard your pets. Lock them up at night." He kept the troon close by and firmly locked the palace door. But the next morning, the rest of the pets, including the troon, had vanished. The king sent for Melric. "My poor troon," he mourned. "Find him, find all the pets, and quickly, or I'll find a new magician." Melric went to his room. He had hardly closed the door when Gus appeared. His pets were missing too. Melric told him about the other pets. Gus was flabbergasted. Melric and Gus agreed to go in opposite directions to search for the missing pets and meet later. They traveled the kingdom, but there was no sign of the pets. See, they went to each and every house. They looked over the mountains, behind the trees, but they didn't find anything. About tea time, Melric landed at Somber Crags. Sitting there, grinning nastily, was Sondruk, the sorcerer. "You won't find those pets easily," Melric sneered. Sondruk, "It was an effort to steal them, but it was worth it. When you can't return them, your job will be mine." The king was furious when Melric returned to the palace empty-handed. He reported his threat that if Melric couldn't find the pets, he would find a new magician. So here is Sondruk sitting, and the king is angry. that he'll find another magician if the pets won't be found. We'll have to ask Kra for advice, Melric told Gus. Kra, the wise man, lived on a mountain protected by magic. The climb was steep and Gus was soon struggling. Suddenly, they found themselves at the top. You climb as badly as you search, said Kra. If you were the missing pets, you'd have been taken to the hiding place by magic, just as I brought you here. Kra had nothing more to say, so the cousins returned to the palace. But Kra's words had given them an idea. So this is Kra and he's giving him an idea. The next morning, a guard announced a messenger from Sondrak. Show him in here, said Melric. I'll get the king. Melric quickly made spells that made Gus look like the king and turned himself into an animal. Now here you can see that Melric turned Gus into king. Sondrak's messenger entered and said that Sondrak would find the pets if the king would give him Melric's job as the court magician. We'll wait, said King Gus. Melric will probably return the pets. I still have this one for company. At night, he's safe in Melric's room. The messenger left and Melric undid the spell. So they're undoing the spell here. So here is the picture. This is the cage where Sondrak has kept all the animals and he is sleeping himself. Now what is he going to do? That night, Melric turned himself back into a pet again and waited. Suddenly, he felt a spell on him. In a moment, he was whisked out of his room and found himself in a cage in an old mine, surrounded by the missing pets. Sondrak was there too. That's that, Sondrak snarled. Soon the king will give me Melric's job and I'll be glad to get rid of you lot. You're hard work. With that, he fell asleep exhausted. So there's a spell happening on Melric and he's being carried away to a place where Sondrak has kept all the animals. Oh my god, the animals are making so much noise. See, Sondrak? He's under all the animals. Quietly, Melric let himself and the animals out of the cage. He explained his plan and the pets started to play their part, wailing and mourning. Sondrak half woke up. What's going on? He mumbled. Oh, Sondrak, they saw. Please don't send us back. We like in here. Sondrak was soon buried under a pile of noisy, pleading animals. His plan had gone very wrong. What happened? All the animals wanted to stay here. They don't wanted to go back. Summoning up the energy for one last effort, Sondrak made spell after spell and sent the pets back where they had come from. Then finally, he fell asleep. The next morning, when the people found that their pets had returned, the palace was a happy place once more. Now see, he's sending one by one all the animals back, and the people here, they look happy to find their pets. See? The king is also happy. He found his throne. Meanwhile, Melric and Gus, looking like the king and his pet, were waiting near Sondrak's hideout. When Sondrak staggered out, he was still shuddering from the memory of the clamoring animals. Hello, Sondrak, said King Gus. I've come to offer you a job. Sondrak's face lit up. Gus continued, I'd like you to be the palace pet keeper. Melric bounded towards the sorcerer. Sonrak shrieked in horror and then quickly vanished. Melric and Gus became themselves again. I think it will be a long time before Sonrak tries any more petnapping. Melric laughed. And that was the end of the story, Melric and the petnapping. I hope you liked the story. Do let me know in the comments if you want to read more stories from the Melric series. We have Melric and the Sorcerer, Melric the Magician who lost his magic. All these books are wonderful, and let's see. Till then, bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories. Take care.